Catalina or Kat. I'm from Rocky Ford, and I started getting into art when I was in second grade. They did this Arbor Day contest where you had to do the best painting you could do or drawing. I think they let you use any medium um, that you wanted to of a tree. And if you won, you got to go to like Library Park and plant trees for Arbor Day. So I actually won. I totally dug out my old ribbon. So this is from 10,000 years ago, but I totally dug it out. And I was just so excited that I won. I pretty much never stopped after that, I guess. But I gave up a lot of recess. So like when we're working on the Arbor Day thing, I'm kind of a very slow, like meticulous kind of person. And so everyone else would go play outside and the art teacher just let me kind of stay in there and paint or use charcoal or draw or whatever. She taught me calligraphy and stuff. So I actually have really good handwriting now, but yeah, I didn't take anything extra, but I was there a lot, I guess. So what inspires my art now? I think there's like a very famous quote that says art imitates life. And I think that that's very true. Now I feel like my life is still a lot of art. It's a lot of color theory because I do hair. And so people send me pictures of things that inspire them or that they really love, whether it's the leaves outside or, you know, their favorite singer or their favorite TikToker. So I would say that other people's inspirations, I guess, inspire me to be creative and to try to give them that feeling that they have when they watch somebody else, their favorite person or their favorite artist. And so I feel like that's kind of where I draw my inspiration from now. Basically, how I make a color, they actually have like specific paper that absorbs the color, the hair color, so that you can get as true to tone as possible. But yeah, I do a lot of that. And so what it is me mixing colors to create like a specific color, but it has like the name of the colors and kind of how I would formulate things. Decided on my career. My fiance actually asked me this yesterday about why I like art and why I like hair. And my answer was that I like things that are easy on the surface and complex underneath. So a lot of people think, you know, playing with hair, you do a lot of braids and you just, you know, do a few snips here and there. But it is it is a lot more complex than it seems. So, like I said, it's a lot of angles and you have to really understand people's head shape and, you know, where they're starting from and where they're wanting to go. It's a lot of anatomy and stuff like that. You have to know about, you know, bones and where your comb goes from the occipital, stuff like that. And so art is the same way to me. You can definitely learn, but it takes time and practice. And so I think it's just really fun while you're learning too. It's just, it doesn't feel like work to me. It just feels fun to play and to explore things and figure out what works and what doesn't work. And so that's what I think is interesting about it. Studied cosmetology at OJC. I really, really liked the program there. I feel like it was very immersive and they talked a lot about art in general. Hair is a lot of colors, like I said, it's a lot of angles. So it's the same as, trying to draw something far away. You want it to be dimensional. You want the angles to make sense and the shapes and to kind of, either be 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional, depending on what you're going for. So hair is kind of very similar to that. And the thing too about it is that OJC is expanded now. And so, they are even going to expand their esthetician. They're going to have a barber program and stuff. So I feel like that's a little bit more inclusive of different genders. Barber culture is very different now because of social media. So we even have big barber battles here in Colorado at big event centers. And they're very particular about which categories. And there's always male barbers, there's female barbers. And you can compete in creative cuts, creative colors. There's a category called shape, where it's based on if you're trying to get this very specific anime hair, how close it is to the picture and how to really create that with different cuts and pomades, products and stuff like that. And all the people come and they bring ring lights and they, have people that do videography. So it's a lot of different kinds of art, I feel. Just because it's art with what you can create with your clipper. Some are creative color categories, some are, like the photographers or the videographers that are there. That's all, an art in and of itself. So it's interesting the many types of creative minds that can come together to really market something and really change industries. So my friend Summer makes cups, and that's a whole different type of art, designing and epoxying, all that kind of stuff. And she actually had me hand paint a cup because she couldn't find a good design. So a friend of hers wanted a Boba Fett cup. And so he's not a super popular character in Star Wars, but I basically just looked on Google and hand painted it. And so it's pretty cool. There's different stages of the cup that I was sending my fiance as I was drawing. And, it's definitely weird drawing things on a rounded surface. So that brings a whole other element to making things look right and correct. It's different doing different medias, canvas or, pen and paper. So everyone kind of has their niche. I know a girl who actually is going to a big art school and she only does digital, but it's really cool. So basically I just hand painted it and then she epoxied it. So it's kind of awesome that a friend of hers just carries around my artwork all day and I got a little cut of it. So that was pretty awesome to still be able to make money from using art in different ways. So the shoes, same friend, she just knew I could draw a little bit. So she tends to kind of use me for little projects here and there. But she really wanted sunflower on her shoes and she couldn't find any shoes that she liked, or if she did find some that they weren't comfortable. And she just really wanted to wear her moccasin shoes on her wedding day. And so I just painted some little sunflowers on there and I just really love how they came out. The photographer even got a little picture of them specifically because she loved them so much. And then I just sealed them with a spray and she still wears them and they still look great. So I'm happy that they lasted and that the paint didn't come off. But that's a really interesting thing to talk about too, just because doing shoe designs is very, very popular now. There's a lot of people on Etsy that do, anime characters, or they do flowers, or, they completely revamp shoes that are from, the 90s. And so shoes are a very niche interest that a lot of people will pay for, to have, specific logos or faces or whatever on them. I've seen ones with wrappers on them. I've seen, characters or people. And so that's really, really a cool thing.